Hello. Clearly you can see I'm not in Austria. For me to explain why this video isn't starting in Austria, I'm actually going to go back to Austria and play you a little montage. And then we'll come back here and explain what happened last week and the plans going forward. Enjoy.
Chris is showing off again.
Welcome to civilization. Welcome to civilization.
So, it is now the following day after those clips. So, what happened is the police pulled over Chris and took his logbook and his number plates. Luckily, because he had his baby with him, they brought him back to the villa. They also pulled over Gareth and took his number plates, and they both got about €800 fines, I think. And the reason was Christopher is somewhat famous in Austria. For the following video, which you've probably already seen, because even the police had seen it. And now, me and Freya managed to evade, but now we've got to make the cars legal. Now, I obviously still have my number plates. I'm just going to wind the Jag up a little bit and put bump stops in, and I'll show you what Chris and Gareth are doing. So yeah, this video is more police evasion than car showing, but hopefully we'll manage to get back out to something potentially, maybe not, because it's obviously a lot of money to get your car recovered out of a country. So let me show you what they're doing.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, if nothing else, we've got good at saying hello.
Hello.
So what they're doing is basically putting a bump stop in the shock. Chris has done the same on his. The front they've unhub modded. Basically, just you have to be able to roll and turn aired out, which is ridiculous, really. I mean, it's safe, but who wants that? So yeah, basically they're fixing the vans. I'm going to give them a hand now, and then when they take them to, because if they take them to a garage, they can then get it signed off, and the police will give their number plates back and the logbooks back. So then once they've done that, I'll pull the Jag up here, sort that out, just raise that up a little bit. And then I think we're all legal. Whether we venture out into these police areas again, probably not. Alex is out having the time of his life because he just brought a fun driving car and coilovers, which I think is, if we come back, we're going to do the same. Do you reckon?
I think so, yeah. I'm going to go for the lift style.
Yeah. You hear it now. Chris is going to change his business to high-up transporters.
Yeah, this is the first time I ever thought I'd be raising vans with Chris.
Yeah.
Raising vans with Chris.
Yeah.
Raising vans with Chris.
So yeah, we'll get this done, and then, I mean, even if we don't get any more of Austria in this video, we'll certainly maybe, because we're going to try and dodge Germany, we might get some Italy and some Slovenia, some France, Africa if we go really wrong.
Yeah, just a bit span.
Yeah, so we'll get some stuff. This is more of a, I'm guessing at this point, this is more of a holiday vlog, so apologies.
We're going to be in Spain without the S.
Let's have a look at Chris. Do you reckon that's gonna...
I think that's
But-
good, mate.
Leave it with us. What do you reckon, criminal?
Straight to jail. Yes, we're having a little walk out. It's wet, innit? Because we've got nothing else to do because we're stuck at the villa and it's a public holiday, no buses. We're having a little wander. So have you already tried that? Right, that's right.
Hopefully there'll be some cars, but the weather has just taken a turn, like the holiday. And now, yeah, hopefully we'll go see some cars in town. I thought I'd go see some cars so you don't get bored, but we might be taking a scenic route home now, so if you like views, stick around. If you don't, then just, I don't know at this point. All in all, it's gone well. I might name this video, Don't Come to Austria, or Don't Come to Austria with Chris.
Come to Austria in a standard car.
It's nice though. I assume you can see something. Anyway, we've just walked about 2 kilometres, 2 and a bit, I don't know. We've got another 2 or 3 to go, and then hopefully when we're in town we see some stuff. If not, I might cry. Made it to the town after many hours of walking. I can't talk on camera when people are watching, so I'm pretending I'm not. I shall turn it around and film. Oh, I shall film this car. That's all that is. Apologies, it's not a better car. What is this? There's a lot of this new boring BMWs driving around. I like this one on the standard steel wheels. Sure car. Okay, I'm going to put the camera away now because I'm very embarrassed. Are you all enjoying yourself?
Oh, I had a great time. I love it, boys. Oh, finally seeing some cars.
Look how wet he is. That's from all the BMWs he gets to see.
I wear nice clothes today as well.
Okay, we'll regroup in a minute.
Hello!
So, we have been walking for
All day.
about 2 hours probably on the way back. It was downhill all the way, so it's been uphill all the way back. But we're nearly back to the villa. I would have filmed more of the cars, but there wasn't that many because it was raining. But I will update when we're back at the villa. This is the last big hill. Which doesn't even look like a hill on here, but it's pissing down with rain. And we are all very tired. So, let's continue. Now obviously, I didn't film enough. Once the criminal over there got arrested, we didn't do a great deal. We obviously went out for the long walk in the rain. I could have gone out in my car, but after nearly ramming the policeman, I thought maybe not, because I haven't got the money for the fines. So we didn't really go anywhere after that. And the same with the drive home. I was going to film the nice views and things, but it just rained the whole way, so you couldn't even see the mountains. It was just clouds everywhere. So we ended up caning it home pretty fast. Now, would I go to Austria again after spending a week in a villa and getting arrested? After him getting arrested? Yeah, I probably would. But I'd definitely go in a different car. So if you're planning on doing Worthersee, maybe don't post videos of yourself in a tunnel. And if you're going to quickly fit coilovers, because I don't seem to care as much about coilovers. Like Josh from Josh Wells, he obviously had a lovely week, just went, and his car was low, probably lower than what we were driving at, but he was fine. So it's a little bit luck of the draw, but I enjoyed myself. Luckily, I'm easily pleased. I don't know if Gareth and Chris had as nice of a time because it cost them quite a bit of money, but we enjoyed it. Did you enjoy yourself, Chris?
I had a great time.
He had a great time. But yes, that was our trip to Austria, and I think we'll probably do it again next year. The Jag was for us. It done, I think the average when I got back was 29.6 miles per gallon, and we sat at about 90 mile an hour the whole way there and back. And had no issues with the car, which is really annoying because now I want to keep the car, but obviously giving it away. So if you want it, go buy something. Now, this video, we need to work out what we're doing with the life, because we're about this close to go and bust, because we spent all our time getting ready for holiday. So let's shuffle some stuff around and work out what the fuck we're going to do. Now, I think the first thing we have to do in order to gain a bit of space and replace the Jag, because obviously once someone wins that in like a fortnight, I then don't have a car. Well, I do, but that's a secret. So what we have to do is, this Navara, which I don't know if I've really introduced yet, is started off as, it was going to be a parts truck for this Navara. Now, the reason being is Freya wanted leather interior, or a nicer interior in that one, and this one obviously has full heated leather and everything. So I bought this for that reason, and also it was a gift to Freya for her birthday, because she bought me the Renault camper, which a lot of you might not have seen, so I'll chuck a clip in here of that, if I have one. And this was kind of like a, here you go, you can take the interior out, and we are also expecting a child, so I felt bad that she would not have enough seats in this for the car seat or whatever. So basically I bought this to maybe put the cab on that chassis. Anyway, when this came, it's actually a really nice truck. So it's done 80,000 miles. Like I say, it's got the full heated leather, it's got the sat-nav multimedia thing, all that sort of stuff put in. And it was, I bought it as a non-runner off Copart because I'm somewhat of a Jack Armstrong, it would seem. And actually, when it came, it ran. It runs, it drives. So this corner is now stripped down. It had a smashed headlight, smashed bumper, smashed wing, and this section is a little bit bent. And that is what it was written off for. When they picked it up at Copart, the chassis, like they always do on these, actually fell in half. So it is, you can't really see, but those spring mounts are actually up inside the chassis and it snapped there. So basically, it was bought as a parts truck. It's ended up being actually a really nice truck. So what we're going to do is replace that back end of that chassis. So I'm going to build that from scratch, put the new back on, and actually just put this back on the road because it works out as a perfect daily truck for Freya because she wanted a truck. So that is what I'm actually going to be doing the next couple of days. Probably won't really film that. I might film a little bit maybe because that's not really what we do. But well, maybe I will film it, who knows. So that is my job for the next couple of days. Now that gets a big truck out of the way, but this one has been sat on here since we done the last video, which was ages ago, because I just need to take a little bit more off the top of the chassis to get the sills flat on the floor. Now that's been up there that long and I haven't had a chance to do that yet, so I'm just going to take it off the ramp. So I've lifted the back up. I'm going to jack the front up in a minute and lift that up once I've taken this one out, and actually just take that off the ramp for now because, like I say, I need to get this one done, a little bit to do on the Jag, and we have to finish the T25 because that's going in about 3 weeks. I can't show you too much because the radio's on in there, but that one. Once that T25 is done, we need to finish the race car. Now, I was obviously getting the Austin on the road, but I've got to be a little bit sensible here because I don't have the money to get the last bits really for the Austin. So I'm just going to have to put a pause on that and be a grown-up, which we all hate doing, but sometimes you have to. So first things first, we're going to get this one off the ramp, or we'll get this one out, that one off the ramp, that one on the ramp, because that then works as a chassis table to redo the chassis. And then I guess we will pull the blue one over here, yada, yada, yada. But basically, that is the plan. And once we get that done, we'll take a better look at this broken chassis because it's quite impressive. And also work out what we're doing with this truck and this car and the Austin. Because we need to make a plan and you lot need to make me stick to the plan. So, let's get into it. Shit. Right, I'm having no luck getting that one up that tiny, tiny slope, so I think what I'm going to do is move this bed for the moment and get this one lifted up and ready to come off the ramp. Then see what Chris is doing, see if he'll give me a hand to get that one out.
Civilized life. Welcome to civilization. Welcome to civilization.
Right, this has honestly been horrendous. It's been about 2 and a bit hours since I decided to just take this one off the ramp and get that one out. So that's finally off the ramp, and I think I'm going to move it this way and try and shuffle it over that side. Probably spin that one round and pull it on. This is not what I need right now. While I'm broke and need to get stuff done fast, try and make some money, and everything is taking ages. So you might actually see me have a mental breakdown in real time. So that could be fun for all of us. But right, I'm not even gonna bother recording. I'm just gonna move that, spin that one round, put it on the ramp, then start recording again, because I just need to get this done at this point. Worth noting as well, while we're here, we're nearly out of the wing covers. And that will probably be the last time I do that design, because I like to mix stuff up. So if you did want one of them, they're on the website. Don't forget your code, YouTube10. So wing covers, nearly gone. Let me move some stuff, and then have a look at this truck, because this other truck's got some funny bits where it snapped. So let's get it done. All right then. After another horrible couple of hours, just a quick look at this. That there is the bottom of that shock. Up there, I've never seen that before. Wild. So it snapped the shocks, it's done that ABS cable, it's done that brake line there. As I say, that's all pretty easy stuff to do. This fuel tank strap got pulled out, and if you look up there, you can see the chassis, or what used to be the chassis. It's not going to focus now, it's going to focus on everything around it. And it's the same both sides. Right, that is apparently an acceptable thing for Nissan to sell. But the rest of the truck is actually pretty good. So, I guess the next couple of days for me is making the 2 chassis sections, and unbolting a lot of this crap, putting the chassis sections on. I got to fix the exhaust also, because that got pulled out. The shocks will take off of the other Navara, and then I think MOT it and get it back on the road. Now, the end of this video has been a bit negative, but I can't be positive all the time. I'm having a shit time at the minute. So, thank you for watching, and I'll be happier in the next one. And, yeah. Any wires up?
Civilization.